How about you? I'm Hank. Welcome to Hamiltonville Farm. Today I'm going to go over the KIOTI 3510. Before we start the video today, I want to say a big thank you to Blake over at Southern Tractors in Elba. Before we get into the video, I want to say a big thank you to Blake over at Southern Tractors in Elba, Alabama. Golly. Hey, before we get into the video about the KIOTI 3510, I want to say a big thank you to Blake at Southern Tractors. We're here in Elba, Alabama, and he was gracious enough to let us come up here and do some filming on his lot. So Blake, if you happen to watch this video, I appreciate you, man. And I'll put the link to Southern Tractors below. I'll put their website and their phone number. So if you're looking for a KIOTI tractor, call Blake and he'll get you hooked up. Okay, so let's kind of go over this 3510. If you any Air Force veterans out there, remember 3510? That was your dress and appearance regulation when us old timers were in the military, right, or in the Air Force. So this thing's got 35 horsepower out of the engine, and it's got 32 horsepower out of the PTO. So when you're if you're looking for a 35 to 40 horsepower tractor, look at the KIOTIs, because you're only losing 3 horsepower from the engine to the PTO. 35 in the engine, 32 in the PTO. That's pretty good. But let's look at some of the features of this KIOTI 3510. All right, first of all, it's got kickstands here for when you take your front end loader off. So you can see that this is pretty convenient, where this kickstand just goes down. You take your you remove these pins here, boom, take your front end loader off, you're good to go. Look at this exhaust. I talk about this a lot in other tractor videos. They've routed the exhaust away from the operator, which I think is a good thing, and I really think that's a better design. Not quite as good as the vertical exhaust, because I think the vertical exhaust is the best way to go. But this is a cab, 3510 cab model. They do have open station models. Obviously, they have shuttle shift models. They have hydrostatic models. But let's take a look at this cab. Let's go inside and see what it looks like from the inside. All right, it's easy access. It's got armrest. You know, that's important to have armrest. It's got tilt steering. It's got an auto and manual PTO. It's got a sun visor, and it's got this mirror. Now, if you look in some more videos of mine, I talk about some cab tractors that don't have this interior mirror. It's got fan. It has a place to plumb your radio. It doesn't look like this. No, I don't see a radio in this one, but other options probably have it. So let's put the key in the switch here and see what the dashboard looks like. All right. Oh, you have a cruise PTO on it. Here's your hour meter. It does have a cruise PTO. That's a good function. All right. It's got a float function on the right there. It says float, so I know it's got a float function. Let's see. Here's your range selector, your lift levers, your rear remotes. There's your PTO, and just a couple other features, little buttons over here for like lights and washers and whatnot. You got a cup holder. Here's your range selector over here. I think I said it was on the other side earlier, but there's your range selector. Okay, so this it's a big cab. I don't feel like I mean, I've got my both. Let's see if you can see in the mirror here. See my elbow? I got my elbows extended in the seat, and I got plenty of room. Right off the bat, I noticed a couple features on this 3510 on the back side of it that I didn't notice on some of the other tractors. Number one, it's got a rear washer fluid on it for the cab, but look, it's got a metal protection around it. What a cool feature that is. You know, because the other ones just have a tank back there. You do have the rear fuel tank. And look here, here's another cool feature. A toolbox, right? You got a toolbox that you could put your spud wrench or your screwdrivers, different pins, things like that in here. So that's pretty cool. And it's got the, I'm a big fan. If you watched any of my videos, you know I'm a big fan of this lever right here. All right. Look at the back. Let's look at the lift arms. It does have a drawbar. These lift arms are telescopic. It's got the 2 sets of remotes here. You can see that. It's a good looking axle. It's a nice stout looking whole rear end housing that they have here on this KIOTI 3510. Good looking tractor. So it has the mirrors that we talked about while I was in the cab. Here is where your plumbing is for your front end loader, for your controls. So it's out here off the side, but it's tucked away pretty nicely. It's not extending way out here past that wheelbase, so that's probably okay. Now let's see how you open the hood on this thing. Before we move to the how to open the engine, let's take a look down here. Look at the size of these quick attach handles. Just look how beefy those things are. That's pretty beefy, pretty impressive. Good job on that, KIOTI. Okay, let's see how this thing opens up. Got a little pin down here. Pop that up. There you go. Look at it, no-handed. And now I've got access to the engine compartment here. Easy access to the air filter. I'm telling you, air filters, they're very, very important for how smooth your engine runs. All right, nice, easy access to your battery. Nice and easy. So overall, this KIOTI is a really, really nice, it's an attractive tractor. It's a solid tractor. And, for the bang for your buck, so to speak, I mean, it's got value. The value that you're going to pay for, the capabilities that you're going to pay for this KIOTI, you're going to spend several $1,000s more in another brand. So KIOTI, they've been in the market for a while, and so this is something that you should definitely consider if you're looking into 35-40 horsepower range, because they seem to be it's a solid looking tractor. A lot of people give KIOTIs good reviews. If you look at the tractor forums and some of the websites about this, KIOTI's always having good reviews, and they're not expensive compared to the other tractors. Definitely something you need to be looking at if you're shopping for a tractor, for sure. Hey, listen, I appreciate you watching this video. I always have the disclaimer that I'm not a tractor expert. I'm just a rookie tractor owner that likes the tractors. And so I was able to come up here and talk to Blake at Southern Tractor, and I really appreciate him letting us kind of hang out with these new tractors. It gives you the bug to buy a new one, don't it, man? I'm telling you. As always, there's going to be a little barn pop up here. We would love for you to subscribe to our channel. Become a subscriber, click that little notification bell, and you'll be notified when we put out new videos. I appreciate you guys watching. Take care, and we'll catch you on the next one.